Hi, my creative friends. This is Sin, and welcome to my channel, Stampin' Munchkins. This is our Halloween video hop. With Halloween rapidly approaching, we wanted to offer you some inspiration to get you started. Halloween cards don't have to be scary. There are so many ways to celebrate, so we thought we would give you some ideas for some of your cards. Our hop starts Saturday, Saturday, September 19, and goes through Friday, September 25. This gives you plenty of time to watch and comment on all of our videos. The giveaways will be announced by September 30 on each individual channel, and a list of all the winners will be over at tailormadecardsforyou.com/blog. At the top of my description box, you will find the link to the next person in the hop. And please pay close attention, as some of us will be giving away a prize on our channel, and we will each have our own rules for entering. For more information and a complete list of all the videos, head over to Monica's blog over at tailormadecardsforyou.com. And everything will be listed in my description. But just make sure to click on Show More. Thanks, and let's get on with the card. That's the quick card that we're going to make, a quick peek. All the items that I'm using in this video are listed below. This haunted house is a digital kit from Erin Reed Makes, and that will also be listed below, the whole kit. I'm using my Fawn Slimline Hillside dies to make my little hillside, and I also used the Fawn Spooky Fence below, and I also used the Slimline die from Fawn. So I am cutting all of these for my Slimline card that I'm making. You can see the Spooky Fence die on top. Now I'm just using my pencil to mark where I want my ink blending to go. And I'll be using 3 Distress inks. Seedless Preserves is the purple, and Chip Sapphire is the deep blue, and Black Soot. I decided to use Distress ink instead of oxide because it's a little more vibrant and transparent. So that's what I went with. And I'll be doing this 3 times because I'll have 3 little hillsides of the houses and the trick-or-treaters. Again, everything will be linked below. And I appreciate you using my links so that I get a small commission at no cost to you, and it helps me bring more content, more free content to my YouTube channel for you to watch. So it's the same thing, repetitive, and I'm not going to show you how long it took me. This is just a quick overview. This is the first blending, but I just kept going back and forth until it smoothed out a little bit. But I didn't want it to be too smooth because it's a Halloween night, and it should be kind of spooky, which is what I was going for. So I used my Tim Holtz ink blending tool and sponge to do it. It's my favorite way to do it. When you get a chance, please click the like, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications so you will know when I upload. I upload at least once a week. Now I'm just using plain water and my Distress sprayer nozzle to add water. And this is I don't believe it's available anymore, but I'll find something comparable. This is the Wisteria Pearl Powder, and I'm going to be using 2 different colors. So what I didn't realize was it's not, once it dries, usually it binds with water, but this brand doesn't. So I wouldn't recommend it. And this is the midnight color, but I kind of used my hand after it dried to wipe it off, and it kind of smudged, and you'll see that later. But I really do like the effect of this midnight and that purple wisteria. So you'll see it right now. It's beautiful. I love the subtle shimmer of the colors. So I really like it. But again, I smudged it later. So you'll see that later on. So now I'm coloring the three images, and this is from the Critter Costume Party from Not2Shabby shop. I love these images, and there's a bunch of cute critters, but I just used these three: the hedgehog, the cat, this kitty cat, and the chick or bird. I think it's a chick. So anyway, I'm coloring the kitty gray using my warm grays, which is which I listed on top of the screen earlier, and I also listed on the bottom. And I'll be using some sea grays for the hat in just a little bit. And I decided to make her a girl kitty, so I gave her a bright pink um, collar. So this is her witch hat. I'm using C5, C7, and C9. I tend to use the cool grays for non-animate objects, like non-living objects. And for living objects, I like to use warm grays. So now for the chick, I'm using Y15, Y19, and the cheeks, I'm using R20 for all three critters. For the cheeks, I like to tone it down after I put it on by using the lightest color and going over it. But this time the yellow totally obliterated it, so I went ahead and just did it without. And I used cool grays again for her mask. And the hedgehog, I did for the darker colors for his fur or prickles. I kind of did flicks so that you could see the brush strokes, or the, I don't know, what is it called? Quills? I don't know what hedgehogs have, but their fur is prickly, so I wanted it to show prickliness. So I just did flicks for his darker fur, and you can see that there. And I used 4 colors of the earth tones. So E50, E31, E17, and E25. And I also used R20 for his cheeks and went over that with E50 so that it kind of muted the pinkness. And for the pumpkin, I'm using YR14 and YR16. And this is super simple Copic coloring, guys. Nothing complicated. You know I don't do complicated. So you can see that it was smudged, and I just used my Krylon matte spray, and I sprayed it outside. This is my base, which is a Nina Classic Crest Solar White in 110 pound, and I cut it 7 by 8.5 and scored at 3.5. So the finished card size is 3.5 by 8.5. And this is the house, the haunted house that I was telling you about from Erin Reed Makes, and the Halloween kit. There's a bunch of images, but I decided on the Halloween house. And I'm using Y08 to make the windows yellow so that it looks like it's lit from within. And now I'm just adding them to my hillside and fence. So I'm doing this first before putting it on the card so that I know where I want it to be exactly. So this will be the topmost house. And the black hills, those 2 hills are popped up with foam tape, 3M Scotch foam tape. But the fence, I didn't want to deal with the foam tape on the little fence posts, so I just made it flat. And this will go on the bottom. I really like the spooky fence. And I like how it attaches on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about attaching it to another piece of paper. I hope that makes sense. And now I'm attaching the middle. I put the top so I can see how to place it. And then this is the topmost haunted house. I want to thank Erin for allowing me to play with her kit. Oh, I dropped one of the um, pieces and the glue went all over the bottom, but I was able to clean it up using a damp microfiber cloth. And now I'm attaching the trick-or-treaters flat to the card. I love how they pop out on against the dark sky. They're so cute. Again, I'll list everything below, but this stamp set is so cute. And I'm putting the Wink of Stella clear on the windows so it has some shine. And I'm attaching, I'm down to my last bit of the Nouveau glue. So I attached the card base, the card panel to the card base. And that's about it, except for the saying, which is just Happy Halloween. And I'm using my Versamark because I will be embossing. Look at that, I remembered my powder tool because that would have been a disaster if I didn't do it. So I'm using my Brutus Monroe Sterling embossing powder, and I'm heating it with my usual Wagner dual heat gun because it has dual power and dual heat. And I'm doing the Halloween. I didn't stamp it together because I wanted it closer together, and I couldn't get it close together if I put them both on at the same time. It's subtle, but you can see it. I'm using a Swiffer cloth after it has dried for a little while to wipe all the powder off. And that's it, guys. That's my card. I hope you enjoy it. This is you can see that it's smudged, and you can see all the mistakes that I made on these close-ups of the card. But I hope you enjoyed it. Halloween is my absolute favorite part of the holidays all year. It's my favorite. And this is a hop, so the next hopper will be on my description. So please hop along with us. Like, comment, share, and thanks for watching. Have a great day. Aloha, my friends.